Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play Republic the Revolution. Today we are focusing on increasing our support in the area of Prokofiev Plaza. Now unfortunately we are unable to canvass in the area, so we will first reallocate our points if we can, continue our focus. Now let's see, we are still the weakest movement in Novistranen opposition politics at the moment, but I believe that we have a successful future ahead of us. Our resolve is lower than that of our enemies, but this does not matter. We are gaining on the heels of the Union of Socialist Workers, and we shall overcome them soon enough. Now let's get Mr. Nazarov to canvass. I'm not sure where we should do it, but wherever we do it, we need to gain supporters. We'll do it here, in this bookstore. And this way we can get some intellectuals into our movement. So all factions have an ideology which may change according to the actions carried out by members. Hearts and minds. We'll deal with that eventually, because we need to win both the hearts and the minds of our people. Now I'm going to give myself an activity. We shall continue our investigations either in Prokofiev Plaza or in the Shubno Industrial Estate. First we'll find out a bit about Konrad Belov, another union activist. It might be worthwhile trying to recruit him, but I am unsure. We might be better off trying to get Tito to join our movement. And that's what we'll do soon enough. We'll headhunt and we'll go to him once more. And this time hopefully he will know better. We will meet at a slightly more discreet location, seeing that we have started our movement. And I believe that propaganda, which is decorated with former Soviet propaganda, is the most perfect, most appropriate and inconspicuous place possible. So we are going to meet with Titov and give him a second chance. I know I'm being very lenient, but I believe that it is necessary. Meanwhile, I believe that we are getting Mr. Nazarov to canvass in our favor. And that's what he shall continue to do. We're investing our resources as wisely as we can. Now let's speed things up a little while we prepare for our meeting with Mr. Tito. We've grown slightly more, and I believe that he will listen to reason this time around. This way we can appeal both to hearts and to minds. Now, how do I access the map again? Because I'll be needing Mr. Titov to win Prokofiev Plaza. This much is clear and obvious. So we'll speed up time a little bit until we have successfully increased our support. And hopefully Tito will know better this time around. We'll meet up again and we shall decide. Or should I say better that he shall decide whether he will continue on his incorrect course or whether he shall join the NPRM. In a way, we are demonstrating the Leninist principle of forgiving our rivals and showing them, persuading them, if I may say so, that our views are correct. We shall give Tito a second chance, but after this I don't think that we will be patient if he does refuse. Hopefully he will know better than to refuse. If anything, we shall make him an offer that he cannot refuse. We shall bring him into our party and we shall increase the strength of our movement. We'll use the same tactics that we used in the conversation with Mr. Nazarov. Hopefully these will work just as well. Now the strategy is quite simple. We pile minimal points into our first three options, after which we pile maximum points into the last one. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully we'll be successful. Though Mr. Tito does have the art of conversation, to a far greater degree than Mr. Nazarov. Or at least so I'm assuming. So we'll see how we go up against him. We'll win here or we'll never win. That's the way I see it. Now as we enter round 2 we shall continue. We will refuse to yield in this conversation. We have our last chance. If we can win with this point, we can persuade Mr. Tito to join. It appears that we have unfortunately been vanquished in this conversation. Mr. Tito has once more refused to join our movement. And it's his loss. We don't need him. We never did need him. Because we shall expand our movement regardless. We could try to recruit him one more time, but I amn't so naive. And so, we shall watch our unfortunate failure. Mr. Titov, you have made a great mistake, and you shall live to regret it. I've offered you 2 chances, and you have refused both of them. So we'll have to change our tactics. We could headhunt for another member, and I believe that's what we'll do. But now night is falling, as we continue to expand our movement. What can we even do at this point? We need to expand our support. And without Mr. Titov on our side, I believe that that will be tricky. So what else can we do? We could go headhunting. Again. going after another union activist if we want, such as Konrad Belov. Or we could attempt to investigate either Tubina Park or Lizitsky Towers. I say we investigate the Turbina Park area. Because this way we can find somebody to replace Mr. Titov as the influence figure of our party. Besides myself, of course. So we shall investigate. We'll speed up the game a little while we do so, and we shall expand our movement. The most important step to expanding our movement, of course, is discovering people to whom we can actually propose membership. It's the morning of day 5. Has anything of note happened? We have gained massive support in Prokofiev Plaza. We are now the single largest party in the area. Now what's going on here? The Democracy Now! Party is leafleting in the Shubno industrial estate. We cannot have this. It is unacceptable. Now, what have we done? We have gained even more support. We have achieved 69% support in Prokofiev Plaza, and Joseph Nazarov has gained a level. Now, what does the newspaper say? President Karasov has threatened other political factions and banned them from holding public meetings. Well, I believe that we're foolish enough to flout these new regulations because we have the balls. We shall overcome. And hopefully nobody else shall. So back in the old days, even before the USSR... Wait, before the USSR? Wouldn't that mean many decades ago? Probably at least 60, 70 years. Anyway. Mr. Tresori Vilnov has sent us a letter that he used to run into problems campaigning because he had nobody who could reduce the pull of other parties. So we need to learn from his mistakes. Find somebody who can persuade the masses. Perhaps we can find Mr. Tresori himself and get him to join our movement. So we shall continue to gather information on Turbina Park, and we shall get our Nazarov to engage in some activities as well. First of all, we'll boost his points. We'll increase his charisma up to 16 and increase his control. We shall improve his canvassing actions because we need him to recruit the neutral people. He shall be the one who shall gain the votes of all those who are sitting on the fence. And now that Prokofiev Plaza is an NPRM district, we shall get him to canvass in the Shubnoy industrial estate, outside of a second-hand junk shop. Because why not? In the meantime, the press has said that rallies have occurred. Tarasov and the Democracy Now! Party have been defiant, and they are increasing their strength. I'm afraid that a color revolution might grow possible in Novi Strana. Now we shall continue to investigate Turbina Park, and to gain more members for our movement, if we can. We shall scout out the area and see if we can find a natural-born speaker to join. we shall continue the canvassing in Shubnoy as well at the very same time, so that we can consolidate our hold over the area. Nazarov is making his way over there, and he shall rouse his fellow workers. But let us first watch what happens at the Democracy Now! Party rally, which I am certain is being funded from the outside. Will Tarasov or whatever his name is, be successful? I am personally doubtful. But if he is, it means that we are in for some serious competition and for some trouble. Now let's see how the rally goes. They've put up pickets, they've raised the Novi Stranen flag, and the leader of the party is going to speak, a little soapbox oration.
Astona! Isa! Ajala mecher mostonda! Zermasta.
I have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds inspirational enough. Mostly, I'm assuming, due to the music. Either way, we have to learn from our enemies if we are to defeat them. His movement appears to be growing. I cannot allow this. We need to eventually hold a rally of our own. Although our movement is only 5 days old, we must counter this. We must defeat all who stand in our path to power. He's continuing to rouse the masses, and I am honestly feeling threatened. Now, let's focus on our own activities, our investigations, and Nazarov's recruitment/canvassing activities. We'll see how those are going. Have we gained any more information? It appears not. Either way, I believe that we have done quite enough for now. And as the next day arrives, we can be confident that our movement is growing in strength. We shall continue to canvass, and we shall continue to develop our revolutionary movement. We have gained further information on Turbina Park, though not to much use. We have also become the biggest political party inside the Shubnoy industrial estate, though we still have to compete with the local Socialist Party. Anyway, with those minor achievements accomplished, we shall be putting an end to this episode. If you enjoy the series, do not forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel. I've been the Nerd Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for today.